Hi, and welcome to the final project for LHRD 4025 Spring Semester. This is presented today to you by Wesley T., Emalee V., Melissa B., and Taja R. The adult educational campaign that we have chosen to focus on is GUILD, formerly Guild Education. The purpose of Guild is to provide working adults with a quality education offered through employer benefits. The context is adult education and technology. The preferred audience is adult learners with careers or working adults who want to develop or expand their careers or skill set. Guild's objectives are to deliver high quality, accessible education and credentialed learning opportunities for employees, ultimately empowering individuals and driving business innovation through skilled talent. Content and delivery methods of the Guild campaign include social media posts, blog posts delivered through social media marketing, email marketing, and paid advertising.
Guild, formerly known as Guild Education, is a company based in Denver, Colorado that partners with major employers to offer education and career growth opportunity to its employees. The company was founded in 2015 by Rachel Romer and Brittany Stitch. The goal was to make education more accessible, especially for adults balancing work and family responsibilities. Through Guild, employees can access tuition free or low cost programs that align with his or her career goals. There are several known companies that have partnered with Guild Education to support their workforce through learning opportunities. Some of the major employers include Walmart, Chipotle, Target, Disney, and Tyson Foods. These companies offer access to Guild as a part of its employee benefits package, which helps attract and retain talent, also while promoting career growth. Guild's Education offers a wide variety of programs, including GEDs, or General Education Diplomas, high school diplomas, English language learning opportunities, professional certificates, associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and even master's degrees. There are also short term credential programs in fields like business, healthcare, IT, and supply chain management. All of these are designed to help employees upscale quickly and move forward in their careers. Guild partners with several accredited and reputable institutions that are known for online education. Some of these include the University of Arizona, the University of Arkansas, Purdue University Global, Southern New Hampshire, Oregon State University eCampus, and LSU Online. These schools are selected for their flexibility, affordability, and their alignment with workforce needs. In what ways did the campaign enact and fail to enact the principles of theory and adult education practices or critical literacies? Well, Guild Education does a good job using adult learning ideas, especially some of the ones that we've learned in this class by Malcolm Knowles. Adults like to have control over their learning, and Guild lets the workers pick programs that match his or her specific career goals. The classes are useful and tied to real work, which makes them feel more relevant. Plus, Guild Education offers things like academic coaching, which helps adults who are working and taking care of families. But there's also some areas where it falls short. One is transformational learning. This is the idea that learning should help adults think deeply about his or her beliefs and experiences. Guild focuses more on job training, so it doesn't really give people time or the space to reflect on personal growth. Another weak spot is critical literacy, and that means helping people think about fairness, power, and how the world works. Since Guild works closely with big companies, most of the learning is shaped around helping the business, not encouraging people to question or challenge things.
Hi, I just want to take a few moments to talk about the Guild program and my experience with it, along with what's working and what I think could be improved. Guild is honestly such a great resource that I'm currently using myself, and it has been so helpful in many ways. They offer lots of tools and resources to support you, especially if you are trying to figure out what you should do regarding school or your career. They have resources like job planning, updating your resume, or even learning how to grow your professional network. On top of that, you can look on student blogs and articles written by past Guild users and get a glimpse into how others have balanced school, work, and life and have come out on the other side. While the program is great, there are always ways to improve. One thing I noticed is that while there's a lot of great content and guidance, there's not much opportunity to connect with other people in the program. Although reading the blogs is very helpful, I think that adding things like forums, discussion boards, or even peer mentoring could be very beneficial. Having spaces where you can ask questions, share your struggles, or celebrate your wins with
I cooked
people
mac
can
and
make a
cheese. Who
huge
would eat it?
difference. Sometimes hearing how someone else made it through a tough class or landed a job can
Huh?
be motivating to help
Yeah,
students
we
feel
already
less
ate
alone in
pasta,
online
so not
learning.
all of you.
Another area I think Guild can
Guess I
improve
can
on
make some
is
and
its
save
personalized
some for
support.
tomorrow.
When you first join, you take a survey and then get recommended programs based on your answers, which I think is great, but after that, it feels like you're on your own. I think it would be amazing if there were more chances to talk one on one with an advisor or a coach, whether it's through phone call, Zoom, or even an email. Having someone to guide you through your options, answer your questions, or help you plan your next steps would make everything feel less overwhelming. To be fair, they do offer career coaching lessons, but you can only reach out to them if you have questions on the lesson. I think having career planners that help you build step-by-step plan and determine what skills you need and how to get there would give a lot of students, especially adult learners juggling a million different things, so much more confidence. I think that Guild could do better when it comes to checking in with students throughout the year. As of right now, it feels like they are really involved in the beginning, but then communication starts to slow down. Regular check-ins, even quick ones, could go a long way in helping students feel seen and supported. All that being said, I really do believe that Guild is doing a great job. It is designed for the adult learner, and it understands that a lot of us are working full time, raising family, or just trying to change our lives. The program is practical, flexible, and focuses on helping you build real life skills that you can use right away. However, if they added just a few more pieces, like chances to interact with their students, stronger personalized guidance, and ongoing support throughout the journey, I think it could go from great to truly amazing. Thank you for listening. I hope this gives you a better sense of what Guild is about and how it can help grow and support more learners. Hi, I just want to take a few moments to talk about the Guild program and my experience with it, along with what's working and what I think could be
Now let's take a look at how Guild can be made more accessible. In this portion of the presentation, From Awareness to Access, we'll look at expanding Guild's reach. Guild education has opened doors for thousands of working adults to advance their careers through education. However, access to these life changing opportunities is not always equitable. This part of the presentation explores actionable strategies to make Guild education more accessible, ensuring that every eligible employee, regardless of their background or circumstance, can take full advantage of the resources available to them. Guild education, measuring the impact. So let's look at the impact. As far as access, more than 5 million employees have had access to Guild through their employer over the last 12 months. And that's as of August 2023. The internal mobility of Guild, 2.2 times higher likelihood of internal mobility for Guild Learning Marketplace learners compared to non-engaged employees. And that is over the last 12 months as of 2023 from employers who have provided the required data for at least 13 months post the launch. Wage increase. 2.4 times higher wage increase for Guild Learning Marketplace learners compared to non-engaged employees. And that's Guild's internal data over the last 12 months as of again August 2023. Opportunity creation. 76% of surveyed Guild Learning Marketplace learners strongly agree that completing their academic program will help improve future opportunities. And that is over the last 24 months as of 2023, whereas Guild survey responses from random and representative Guild certified network learners. DEIB, 56% of employees that completed Guild Learning Marketplace programs last year identified as people of color, and that's 61% that identified as female. And Guild's internal data over the last 12 months as of August 2023. Diversity, equity, and inclusion factors, or DEI for short, can be causal in limiting access to Guild education, especially when these programs are not designed with equity at the core. According to Knowles in The Adult Learner, in the context of adult education, equity translates into providing equitable access to adult education programs that are inclusive and aim to meet the diverse needs of the learners. So let's review the definition of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity is real or perceived differences among people in race, ethnicity, sex, age, physical and mental ability, sexual orientation, religion, work and family status, weight, and appearance, and other identity based areas that affect the experiences, outcomes, and opportunities in organizations and society. Equity is the fair distribution of opportunities. It's a fundamental right. And inclusion equals diversity plus engagement. Inclusion is a sense of belonging. It's having the ability to participate in social, economic, and political lives of one's communities and having all contributions to the community acknowledged. To enhance the accessibility of the Guild Education Campaign and effectively address diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI barriers, Employers can implement the following strategies. They can integrate Guild education offerings into the company's DEI framework to promote equitable access to career advancement opportunities. They can also collect and analyze demographic data to uncover disparities in program participation and outcomes. In addition, they can offer personalized coaching and support that acknowledges and respects the diverse cultural backgrounds of employees. Another is develop marketing and informational materials that are accessible and resonate with a diverse audience. They can collaborate with a range of educational providers, including historical black colleges and universities and Hispanic serving institutions, to offer programs that are relevant and appealing to diverse employee populations. Another is regularly assess the effectiveness of education programs in advancing DEI objectives. Now let's explore some ways to break barriers and build futures. Let's make Guild more accessible. Let's break the barriers. One way to break the barrier is to simplify the message. That is very key. Provide clear, relatable communication and use plain language. Keeping visuals simple are a part of simple messaging and sharing real employee stories. Using short videos and FAQs also can help to spread the message. In addition, translating and appealing to the locals. Speak their language. Translate materials into Spanish, Vietnamese, Chinese, etc. Adapt cultural tone and visuals, and ensure translated materials are professionally reviewed. In addition, leverage your community networks. Meet people where they are. You can partner with churches, community centers, and unions. Another way is to host lunch and learns, set up info tables, or weekend sessions. And in addition to that, offer transportation or childcare if necessary. Another way to do that is with hands-on support. Provide human help, education coaches, or peer navigators. One-on-one assistance with enrollment, offer hotline, live chat, and in-person support. There's another thing that's useful is going mobile and also having offline resources. Tech flexibility, mobile friendly sites, and apps are really helpful and useful. Enable paper forms or phone registration because everybody's not tech savvy. Distribute printed guides or one pager newsletters. You can also offer bonuses or recognition for high team participation. In addition, share the success. Build trust with results by highlighting your graduates, promotions, and pay increases. Share before and after stories and promote those stories across company channels and social media. Also, engage managers. Activate your leadership. Train the managers to promote Guild during onboarding and reviews. Include in the HR portals and your employee newsletters. It could also be included with offering bonuses or recognition for high team participation. Breaking barriers, building futures by making Guild more accessible.
When asked the question, how could this campaign be more effective, especially for adults? This can be attained through Guild by focusing on the 6 principles of the adult learning theory andragogy. This will help Guild's education campaign to be more effective, especially for the working class adult who utilizes online instruction as a means of continuing their education. Guild can advertise to employees through their employers the different ranges of degrees offered by the program that the adult learner needs to know in order to advance their careers. Through marketing and advertising, online learning, Guild can strengthen their education campaign by offering convenient courses at the learner's own pace and advanced online education they can self direct. Part of their marketing can focus on their prior experience within their professions and how that knowledge will be useful for furthering their education to make a degree attainable and foreseeable. As well, Guild can focus on the learner's readiness and orientation to learning at their own pace. Key phrases such as, with an education from LSU, you can take your career to the next level in human resources, can help motivate adults to learn new skills to advance their careers from a quality institution. If Guild utilizes marketing to employers and advertising to employees that detail how an education will be most beneficial to them using these principles, they would be more effective in engaging potential students to participate in the program successfully. Also, it would help the employer's retention rates by offering a program to their employees that show they value their talent and development from within the company. Guild is a successful educational campaign that many students participate with each year through their employers. It's offered at many different institutions for multiple degree and certification types through employer sponsored benefits. Guild also helps improve interactivity and support. The campaign enacted adult education practices in marketing and advertising measures. Guild makes education more accessible for adults, regardless of background, ethnicity, race, nationality, or gender. It also sponsors DEI initiatives such as fair distribution of opportunities. It has the opportunity to break cultural and linguistic barriers that allow for clearer and more efficient communication and networking capabilities. It could also benefit from the utilization of adult learning theory, such as the six principles of andragogy, in marketing and advertising to create a more effective campaign for learning adults.